The question says solve this equation. Okay, so how do we do this solution? Okay, so the first one we have c minus 5 over 4 minus 6 minus c over 8 is the LCM approach. So the LCM of 4 and 8, okay, that gives 8. So here we have this as 8. So for 4 in it is 2. Let's multiply what we have there as 2 by 2 minus, when we divide this, we have it as 1. Let's multiply this by 1. So we have c minus c, okay, equals 1. So here we have this as 2 into c minus 5 minus 1 into 6 minus c. Okay, so 8 we multiply 1, so we have this as 8. So let us distribute this. 2 times c is 2c minus 2 times 5, we have to be 10, minus 1 times c, we have it to be 6. Okay, here we have this as plus c, okay, equals 8. So when we collect the like times, we have this as 2c plus c, okay, we have it as 3c, so minus 10 minus 6 is minus 16, okay, so we have this as 8 plus 16, okay, so here we have this as 3c equals 24, so the value of c, we divide both sides by the coefficient of c, which is 3, so the value of c equals 8, okay, and solve it this way, this equation. So we have c minus 5 over 4 minus 6 minus c over 8 equals 1. So we can decide to cross multiply, okay, so this will multiply this, will multiply this. So we have this as 8 into c minus 5, okay, minus 4 into 6 minus c equals, so let's multiply this together. 4 times 8 is 32, and times this with this, so we have it as 32. So when we open up, we have this as 8c minus 8 times 5 is 40, minus 4 times 6 is 24, minus times minus is plus, 4 times 6 is 4c equals 32. Okay, so when we collect the like times from here, we have 8c plus 4c, okay, that is 12c. We have this as 12c, okay, minus 40 minus 24, that is minus 64, equals 32. So we have this as 12c, okay, so here we have this as 32. By the time we add minus 64 to both sides, okay, plus 64, so 12c equals, so when we add this together, we have this as 96, okay. So we divide both sides by 12, which is the coefficient of c. So we have this as 8. So either these two ways, we get the value of c in equation 1. Okay, so for equation 2, okay, we have it as 3 into x minus 6, okay, equals 4 into 1 minus 2x. 3 times x to be 3x, okay, minus 3 times 6 to be 18, equals 4 times 1, we have to be 4. Minus 4 times 2 has to be 8x, okay. So we collect the like times, so we have 3x, this is plus 8x. By the time we have it here, okay, so we have this as 4, so we add this to this side of the equation. So for 3x plus 8x, we have it as 11x equals, so we add this together, we have it as 22. So the next thing we do, we divide by 11. So when we do that, we have the value of x, okay, to be 2 in this equation. The question says solve these linear equations. So we have 3 given set of linear equations. So how do we do the solution? Okay, so for the first equation, we have this as 4 into x plus 2, okay, equals 2 into 3x minus 1, okay. So to solve this equation, we have to distribute this, we have to multiply what we have in the brackets with 4. So we say 4 times x is 4x, okay, plus 4 times 2 is 8, equals, so we open up this by multiplying. 2 times 3x is 6x, minus 2 times 1 is 2, So the next thing we do, we collect the like times. So we have 4x at this side of the equation, we have 6 at this side of the equation, so we bring it together. So by the time we are bringing this, we lift it with the addition, it turns to subtraction. So we have 4x minus 6x, okay, equals, so we have here minus 2. So for plus 8, we have it as minus 8, okay. So when we subtract this, we have this as minus 2x. Why the minus? Because we can't subtract minus 6 from 4, so we have minus 2. So this equals, okay, so for minus 2 minus 8, this gives minus 10. So the next thing we do, we have to divide by minus 2, okay. So when we do this, so we have just x, okay. So this is out. For 2 in 10, we have it to be 5, okay, for equation 1. So for equation 2, we have this as 6a minus 3 equals 25 plus 5a. The same thing applies here. We collect the like times as well, okay. So we have 6a, so this plus 25a, so it turns to minus 5a, okay, equals 25. So we are taking this as plus 3, okay. So for 6a minus 5a, we have this to be a equals, for 25 plus 3, we have this to be 28, okay. So that means the value of a gives 28. For the third equation, okay, we have this as 17y, okay, minus 2 into 6y plus 1 equals 8. So we have this as 17y, okay. So for minus 2, we multiply this. Minus 2 times 6y is minus 12y, okay. Minus 2 times this, we have this as minus 2 equals 8. So for 17y minus 12y, we have it as 5y, okay. So we have this as 8, so we add 2 to both sides of the equation, so we have 2, okay. So for 5y equals 8 plus 2 is 10. So the value of y, we divide by 5, okay. So we have 5y to be 2, okay. So the value of y in this equation equals 2, okay. So the value of a in this equation, we have it as 28, okay. And the value of x in the first equation, we have it as 5. The question says solve this linear equation. So we have 3 given sets of linear equation, okay. So how do we do this solution? Okay, so we have 2 into 3x plus 1 equals 4 into x plus 5, okay. So when we have equation like this, so we distribute this by multiplying what we have in the bracket with the number outside. So we say 2 times 3x is 6x plus 2 times 1, we have it to be 2, equals 4 times x is 4x, okay, plus 4 times 5 is 20, okay. So what do we do from here? We collect the like times by grouping those ones, the ones that has common terms. So we have 6x, okay. So we have here minus 4x equals, so we subtract 2 from here, so we have 20 minus 2. So for 6x minus 4x, we have it to be 2x, okay. 20 minus 2, we have it to be 18. So we can easily divide by 2, okay. So we have 9, okay, which is the value of x in the first equation. In the second equation, okay, so we do the same thing. So we say 5 times 2a, we have it to be 10a, minus 5 times 3, we have it to be 15, minus 3 times 2a is 6a, okay. So do not forget, we multiply the sign as well. So for minus times plus is minus. So for 3 times 1, we have to be 3 equals 0. Okay, so let us group this. So when we do this, when we do that, we have this as 10a minus 6a, okay, minus 15 minus 3 equals 0, okay. So for 10a minus 6a, we have it to be 4a, okay. Minus 15 minus 3, we have to be minus 18 equals 0. So we add 18 to both sides of the equation. So we have 4a minus 18 plus 18 equals 0 plus 18. Okay, so when we do this, we have this as 4a. Okay, so this is 0, so we have equals 18. So to get the value of a, we divide by 4. So when we do this, we have a equals, okay, so when we reduce this with 2, we have to be 9. Here we have to be 2. Okay, so this is an improper fraction, so we can convert it to a mixed fraction as 4 number 1 over 2. For 2 in 9 is 4, so we have 1 as remainder, or we write it as a decimal, that is 4.5. Okay, now for the third equation, we have 3x over 2 minus 2 equals 2x of 3. Okay, so let's look for the LCM of denominator. Okay, so that is 6. Okay, so for 6 to be the LCM, so let us multiply the LCM, okay, with all parts of the fraction. So we have 6 times 3x over 2, okay, minus 6 times 2, okay, equals, so we multiply this with 6, we have 6 times 2x over 3. Okay, so we simplify this, we have this as 2 here to be 1, 2 is 3, so for 3 times 3x is 9x minus, for 6 times 2, we have to be 12, equals, so when we divide this, so 3 can go here 1, 3 and 6 is 2, so we have 2 times 2x, that is 4x. Okay, so we can collect the like sign at this point. Okay, so we have 9x, okay, minus 12 equals 4x. So let us put this together. Okay, so we have 9x minus 4x. Okay, we have addition, so it's turning to subtraction. So we have 12 at this part, okay, of the equation. So when we subtract this, we have it as 5x equals 12. Can easily divide by 5. Okay, so we have the value of x to be 12 over 5, or we have it as 2 number, okay, 2 over 5. Let's see, solve this equation. Okay, so we have to set up expression. Okay, so how do you go about this solution? Okay, so for the first one, we have it as 3 into a plus 2, okay, minus 4 into a minus 1 equals 7. So what do we do? So the first thing we do, we distribute this, so we multiply what we have here with everything in the bracket. So we say 3 times m, we have it as 3m, plus 3 times 2, we have it as 6, okay, minus 4 times m, 4m, okay. So for minus times minus is plus, okay. So for 4 times 1, we have to be 4 equals 7. So let us collect the like times. We have terms with m, we have another terms with m. So let's take it as 3a minus 4m, okay, plus 6 plus 4 equals 7. So when we subtract this, we have this as minus a. So this is plus 10. Okay, when we add this together, we have it to be 7, which is this. Now we subtract 10 from both sides of the equation, so we have minus m plus 10 minus 10 equals 7 minus 10. Okay, or we collect the like times from here. Okay, so here we have this as minus m. So for plus 10 minus 10, that gives 0. Okay, so equals, so for 7 minus 10, we have this as minus 3. So we need to make m to stand on its own. So how do we do that? So we need to divide both sides by the coefficient of m, okay, which is minus 1. So this is out. So we have the value of m to be 3. Okay, so for the second expression, let's have it here. So we have this as 2 into t plus 1 equals 3t. Okay, so we need to look for the value of t. So let us distribute this. So for 2 times t, we have to be 2t plus 2 times 1 is 2 equals 3t. Okay, so what we do next is we collect the like terms. So since we have t, we have t, so let's bring it together. So we have this as 2t minus 3t equals minus 2. Okay, so for 2t minus 3t, we have this as minus t, okay, equals minus 2. So we divide both sides by minus 1, okay, which is the coefficient of t. This is out, so we have just t equals, okay, so when we divide this, we have it as 2. So we can go ahead and confirm our answer, okay, to verify, okay. So when t equals 2, so when we look at this equation, we have it as 2 into t plus 1, okay, equals 3t. So by the time you put the value of t in this equation, so for the left hand side of the equation must equate the right hand side of the equation. By the time you put 2, okay, as the value of t, so when we try to put 2, so for 2 plus 1 is 3, for 3 times 2, we have to be 6, okay, and we put 2 as the value of t here, for 3 times 2, we have it to be 6. So that means the two sides of the equations are equal. So the value of t equals 2. Thank you very much.